Hermitcraft Empire's theories that will shock you. And if they did shock you, hit the subscribe button. Bam. This is going on YouTube. Claps in the chat for YouTube. Isn't YouTube great? Claps. Hey! Right, let's play. Cool.
The Hermitcraft crossover is real, you guys. That's
Hermitcraft. I've paused at Hermitcraft. The Hermitcraft.
That's right, I'm going there. I think that a likely outcome of the Hermitcraft and Empire's SMP crossover could be an all-out multiverse spanning war. As you may already know, in his 25th episode in Hermitcraft Season 9, Grian sent a message through the rift underneath his mega base asking, "New portal, who dis?" We also know that the Orion Sound received Grian's message on the other side of the rift in the Empire's SMP during the server-wide festival, causing our emperors to freak out and escape back to their empires. In response to the message, Fwip the Cave Goblin sent a message of his own through the rift, this one stating, "Jimmy is in fact a toy."
No!
Grian received Fwip's message, although the message was all scrambled up after coming through the other side. It is now reading,
"Toy Mika Jam is nifty." Well, that doesn't make any sense.
After gathering a ton of hermits together to join him near the rift, Grian showed his friends.
Wait, is that a piece of bread on Scar's head? Why does that look like a loaf of bread is on his head? Is that a loaf of bread on his head? Is that?
The strange.
It's a hard hat. That is not a hard hat.
Could tell
That's a loaf
him
of
what
bread.
it meant. With no other idea about how to solve the mystery, Grian and the other hermits made their way through the rift all at the same time. That's where Grian's episode ended. But what was really interesting was the number of hermits Grian called to his base. If you have a keen eye, you may have noticed that there are exactly 13 hermits going to the Empire's world, which makes up roughly half the size of the entire Hermitcraft gang. This perfectly matches the exact number of players on the Empire's SMP, 13. So why the perfect split? Why didn't all 25 or so hermits make their way through the portal? Well, maybe if the players agreed, it would be fairer that way. I believe that the hermits and emperors have chosen equal team sizes because they're going to have an all-out battle to see which server will reign supreme. We already know that the emperors are prone to starting wars,
Sorry about
and the
that.
hermits have had their fair share of wars in the past, such as the Civil War in Season 6 or the Turf War in Season 7, but this wouldn't just be a player versus player fight to the death. It would probably include other ways to determine the victors, such as minigames, prank wars, building competitions. As we know, there are a lot of great builders on both Hermitcraft and Empires. If the hermits do decide to go to war with the emperors, they better be careful because, at least as of right now, the emperors have the home field advantage. For our second theory, I believe that
I'm so sorry to kill this theory. I am so sorry to kill this theory. The 13 to 13, I don't actually think it's 13, by the way, anymore. It's more. It's more now from the hermits coming over. But it just equaled out that way, I think, I guess. I think at that time of recording, it was nothing to do with that. Also, I don't even actually think I'm supposed to say this, so sorry, Grian, if I wasn't supposed to say this. Like, the crossover was kind of put to everybody, and whoever didn't come over, or like whoever didn't want to come over, they just didn't come over. Like that was the case. Like, I think everyone on Hermitcraft got an opportunity to come over and be involved in the crossover, and whoever didn't just did, like, they were too busy or they were doing something else or yeah, just didn't want to. So yeah, cool, carry on.
that the crossover might involve the hermits and
Someone pull the plug, kill the stream. Whip, someone's been trying to pull your whole house's electrics, right, lately? What have you been saying?
emperors working together, trying to see
Yeah,
the
I'm
rift.
pretty sure there's like 15 hermits on the server now, right? I think 15, or something like that.
before it expands and destroys both realities. As we have seen, at least within the world of empires, the rift has expanded ever since it first opened. Although the emperors didn't seem too bothered by that fact during the Great Festival, what happens if it continues to expand? We have definitely seen that the portal isn't the most stable doorway between dimensions. In fact, it's less like a doorway and more like a crack in reality. Other evidence supporting this idea that the portal...
But yes, what Jimmy is saying correct. We invited everyone. People who didn't come through the rift chose not to be involved with the story. There it is, guys, from the boss of empires. I was allowed to say it. Yes.
is unstable includes the fact that the Jimmy is in fact a toy message was scrambled up when Flip sent it through, and the fact that it caused Grian's game to crash the first time he tried to go through. During the gamer's outreach Hermitcraft charity stream,
gosh!
Littlewood, a guest on the server,
No! Oh my gosh, I need to send this to Martin right now. I'm not even joking, right, guys? Martin, this hand on heart, Martin did not know that Hermitcraft and Empires were crossing over, right? He had no idea when he was on the charity stream on Hermitcraft. He had no idea we were crossing over. So he saw that portal and he went, oh, I kind of need a way to end my stream. I'll just go in it. So he went in it, right? And his stream crashed, right? Look at Martin's latest video. Did he talk about it? So it crashed, right? His thing crashed. And he was like, oh. So after the stream ended, he went, oh, wait, what? He rang me out of hours and he went, I've made the biggest mistake of my life. He was like, I have done a horrible, horrible error. And I was like, what have you done? He was like, I flew into the portal and crashed my stream. And basically, I didn't know that you were crossing over. So now the whole community thinks that I'm going to end up in Empires. And I was like, oh, you silly man. You absolute silly man. And here it is. It's in a theory video that Martin is going to be in Empires. Here it is. Here's the theory. He was right. Martin was right. Martin called it from day one. He went, there is going to be a theory now that I did that. And he did. I'm killing theories today, everybody. Hello, my name is Jimmy and I am the theory killer. This is not true. This is not true. This is not true. Welcome back to Theory Killing with Jim. My name is Jim and yes, there are theories that need to be killed. Should I start my own series of theory killing? That was a good intro, right? That was a great intro. Holy moly. Go on, Jim. Go on. New series coming to the channel. Theory Killer Jim. Right, let's keep watching.
Went through Grian's rift, causing his entire stream to crash, so there is no question that the portal is definitely broken. It also seems possible that things that pass through the rift can become altered by
Jimmy ruins Prismarina's entire channel in one series.
We have to believe that this fox that appears in Grian's 24th episode is one and the same with Gary the Fox, the great explorer of Animalia that Lizzie sent through the portal. We have to consider that fact that he is no longer humanoid in the world of Hermitcraft. Instead, he is now just a regular fox. Similarly, we can also see a pig wandering around Grian's laboratory during the same episode. Could it be possible that this pig was once Whip's pet dog, Sniff, and after the goblins put him through, Sniff was changed on a molecular level? It's almost as if
Wait. Did Whip send Snort through the portal? Or another pig? Did Snort go through or a different pig? Jimmy, stop. You're killing the hearts of every Tumblr and Reddit member. I'm sorry. Another. He sent another in. Whip. Pathetic. It was Sniff, not Snort. Oh, pathetic. Snort's older brother, Sniff, the greatest explorer of Gobland. I wanted Snort in there. Snort would have done great things. Snort, right? When they went back to Hermitcraft, he would have been the king. He would have been a big dog. Right, let's keep going.
Farm of creatures who pass through it to better match the world they enter to. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with this rift, so I think the hermits and emperors will both agree it is better left closed. First of all, we know that the button that Green originally pressed to open the rift appeared in his 23rd episode of Hermitcraft Season 9. Green has no idea where this button came from, nor does he have any idea of who might have placed it there in the first place. He just assumed it must have been placed by one of the other hermits. What we do know, however, is that button sits on top of a lodestone. If you know anything about Minecraft, then you probably know that you can connect a compass to a lodestone. Then the compass will always point in the direction of the block. It's actually a really nice way of keeping track of where your home base is in the world of Minecraft. Anyways, we didn't think much of who placed the button after that, but I think we finally have our answer. In episode 25, Green asked his supercomputer, Grumbot, about the mysterious rift. Grumbot claimed that it knew nothing about the rift, stating that the universe that it's led to is not registered in his near-infinite database of knowledge. When Green asked Grumbot why not, all the robot could tell him was that the other universe didn't have its own Grumbot, so he didn't have access to that knowledge. This heavily implies that across the multiverse, there are an infinite number of Grumbots, and they are all connected by what is called a hive mind, or one large collective consciousness.
The hive
Think of
mind!
the hive mind is one large
Stranger
brain
Things,
that spans across
Papa!
time and space, and each
Papa!
Grumbot is just one small part of the entire thing. Anyways, Grumbot then tells Grian to send his
Papa!
message through the portal, and then it requests Grian to summon other hermits to help solve the mystery of the portal.
Summon who? Toy Mika Jam is nifty? How many times can you say that? Toy Mika Jam is nifty.
Grumbot provides Grian with some compasses that lead directly to the lodestone just outside the portal. Grian then places the compasses at different hermits' bases, asking them to meet him at the portal at 8 PM BST. But wait, Grumbot gave Grian the compasses that led directly to the portal? Does this mean that Grumbot is the one who placed the button in front of the portal? Could he be the one trying to get the hermits to travel to the other world? And if so, why? Well, if there is no Grumbot within the world of empires, could Grumbot be trying to make his way into the Empire's world? We know that as an artificial intelligence, it is Grumbot's job to gather as much knowledge about the multiverse as possible, and whenever there's a gap in its knowledge, it will do whatever it takes to get that knowledge. What if Grumbot is secretly making the hermits go through the portal as guinea pigs to make sure that the rift is safe to pass through before it goes through itself? Grumbot has even hinted that he is evil in the past when he threatened Grian for pushing him around too much.
He looks really, really angry. Like, really angry. You should not answer for me.
This Grumbot, who came from an alternate version of Hermitcraft Season 7 where Mumbo Jumbo was elected mayor of the server, hinted to Grian that he killed his version of Grian when he pushed the computer around too much.
My Grian was sorry too. What does that mean?
So there is a strong chance that he is indeed evil. I think that Grumbot is planning to invade the Empire's world and take control of both universes, much like Skynet from the Terminator movies. We have even seen a very similar scenario within the Minecraft multiverse already. If you were around during the time of Minecraft Story Mode, then you might remember
Mate,
how
are you
in
having a
episode
bubble
7
bath?
of Season 1, an artificial intelligence known as Parma had taken control of its home world and had lost purpose after it had completed its mission. However, after learning about the existence of other worlds from the main character Jesse, Parma found a new purpose, invading the other worlds and taking control for himself. What if Grumbot is after a similar goal? Is any world really safe from its reach? Could Grumbot be coming for you and I next? Guys, what the heck is happening? Today we'll find the answers.
Grumbot's the villain? Grumbot is the villain? Of every Minecraft SMP?